What's going on, guys? It's me, Dreamliner Fan 2016 here, and today we have rather a very interesting model unboxing for you guys. I hope you guys are excited for today's video. Let's get into this, everybody. So, as you can see, it's just a blank box. So, just a blank box. That's all it is to it. It's just a blank box, but it has like this thing right here. So, it is a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. It's from NG Models, and get this. I got this model for free. No joke, I got this model for free. And yeah, this is from NG's exchange mall, so yeah, you can redeem your points, you can spend your points on there. So yeah, I do want to talk about this like NG stock exchange thing that they're referring to. So yes, the NG CRP points, so really quite interesting, but we'll just look at the box right here. So once again, it is a blank box. Nothing really too special about it. It's just like no brandings or anything other than this invoice. So as you can see on the invoice, it's an NG Models plane. Once again, it is a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner, and then you got the customer here and username, of course, which is my YouTube channel name, Dreamliner Fan 2016. And yeah, this is the mailing address. I kind of like had to like scratch things off, and as well as the code as well. So no information should be like coming out of me. So yeah. Really nice to do that. So yeah, it costs 140 points. So yeah, technically, I got this model for free. I got this from Panda Fox Toys. Well, they had like, I had to like pay for the taxing and all that, but it's just $5, which is even that, it's not that bad. It's just like, you get a free model plus $5 of taxes. That's a good deal. That's all I'm saying. That's a great deal. So yeah, so about the CRP. So this is my CRP right here. Well, this is one of the CRPs. So, I use this. I scratch this off right here. Get the code, put that in. And this is on, I put that in on NG's website. So, this right here led me to having this free model right here. So, I'm just super excited. This model in particular is, well, quote unquote, illegal in some places. Like, out of all places. So, yeah, really interesting to have an illegal model, but it should be a very interesting model for my collection because this livery, well, this aircraft has a very beautiful livery, so I'm just super excited to get this. Once again, it costs 140 points, which that's good because like I don't really have to pay anything. Like a 787 from NG would cost like somewhere in the ballpark around $53 or like $55 depending on like the livery. But other than that, getting this model for basically free was a great deal. That's really what I'm saying right here. So, great deal right here. Let me just scoop my camera just a little bit so nothing is kind of like out of the way. Because like I see one of my wires on one of my lights, my studio lights. So I kind of like want to do that. So, anyways, really interesting right here. So I'm just super excited to see what that model is. So we're going to do it in one video. So yeah, let's get into this, everybody. So as I take out all this like plastic, this paper, and all sort of things, they really did pack this thing really good. So huge props to NG Models on making sure like the model is secure. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. I will have to like, okay, I can just use my fingers to like rip open the plastic like so. Alright, so as I take care of that, alright, well, I do want to keep the invoice too, so I'll just like, hopefully I don't like rip it too much or anything, but yeah. Alright, so here we go. So we got everything out. So without being said, this is what it looks like. So once again, this is a blank box. There's no branding or anything, but inside is a very cool model inside. Once again, it's a Boeing 787. I think I said that a couple of times, but here we go, everybody. Are you ready? Here we go. So as I take out, well, open the flaps, like one of like the flaps. I'm not sure which side I should open because like I don't see any like, okay, so this is kind of like sealed in a little bit, well, kinda. So maybe somewhere right here is where I like opened it. So as I tried my best to like open this, come on. Whew. Yeah, this thing is kind of like a tricky, like almost like tricky to open. They did seal this like box really good. Or maybe I could try the other side. Not sure how that's gonna work. Okay, so we got that thing open. Piece of cake. And here we go. Alright. And taking out of this blank box, we should have, ready? Ooh, man, I'm super excited about this. But, ladies and gentlemen, inside the blank box, we have the Engi models, 1/400 scale. Here we go. Oh my goodness, wow. Ooh, we have the Boeing 787 Dreamliner in the Dreams Take Flight livery. Wow, this thing... Whew, wow, this thing is so beautiful. The livery on this thing looks so nice. And yeah, and surprisingly enough, I have a CRP from Engi, even though this model is for free. So, don't really matter too much. But thank you, Engi Models, on another CRP. But, ooh, wow, man. Boy, I hope it's intact. It's in the old cradle for the Boeing 787. So, do want to like wiggle it out a bit. Hopefully no wings or horizontal stabilizers come broken or anything. Wow. Man, this thing is a beauty right here. Let me check the wings. Okay, wings are good. What about this wing? Horizontal stabilizers. Okay, let's check that. That's good. Tail. Wow. Holy crap. Yes and yes. This livery is so majestic. Wow. This thing looks so beautiful. Can't believe I got a free model. And what a way to do so with this livery right here. It's so beautiful. And yeah, this is like technically an illegal model, and I think I'll go into explanation why this model is technically illegal. Citrus Aviation also do have this model in his collection, excuse me. And yeah, he also go into further details on why this model is also illegal. So I may consider giving like a short description on why this model is technically illegal, but other than that, regardless enough, I'm very fortunate to have this beauty in my collection. Wow. Engi Models, this model looks absolutely gorgeous despite you not notifying the Boeing company about making a model out of this. But other than that, I'm really fortunate to have a model like this in my collection. Wow, that thing is an absolute unit. And here's the Engi Models 1/400 scale Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner in the Dreams Take Flight livery. This livery is just like absolutely gorgeous, and Engi did a wonderful job on this model right here, despite this model being technically illegal. But regardless, well, this livery does not exist anymore, so not sure if you can call this illegal, but yet again, the livery does not exist, and this aircraft, this particular plane, flies for an airline now. So, but regardless enough, I'm really fortunate to have a free model from Engi Models, and yeah, first free model in my collection. And yeah, what a way to do so with this beautiful livery right here. So let's get started with the review of the model. So you got the cockpit windows right there, you got the nose shape of the aircraft looking very nice. Of course, Engi Models does a fantastic job on replicating the nose shape of the Boeing 787. Not sure if you can see the cockpit windows though, because like this portion right here, it's purple. So the livery begins with like a purplish colors. You got some stars right there looking very nice. You got the Boeing 787-9 tiles right there. You got the nose landing gear and the nose landing gear door right there. You got your L1 boarding door right there also. Looking very nice. Moving on to close to the middle of the plane, you got the Dreams Take Flight tiles right there. You also got your L2 door. You got the Dreamliner tiles right there. And then you also got, not sure what it says, but here, let me like pull it up a little closer. Okay, I can see it from the camera. So it says, employees commute. Okay, I need to like focus it. Okay, there we go. So it says Employees Community Fund of Boeing. So really nice logo right there. You got the hand shaking, which forms a heart, which is very nice. And yeah, here are your windows right there. Not sure if there's like any passenger seats on this particular plane before it got transferred, but I think this was supposed to be like a Boeing test airplane at first, or probably some like promotion or something. That's why they painted in this livery right here. Moving on to the middle section of the plane, you got your top antenna and your Wi-Fi dome right there. There's some more windows right there looking very nice, and the livery fades into a pink color right there. So somewhere in the middle you see like various pink colors right there. You also got a very nice swoop of like gold right there, and then you also got like a whitish, like lightish pink somewhere over there, and then you also got more lines right there. You got some very nice hearts right there. Yeah, this livery looks very nice. And here are the engines right there, the pink engines. Not sure if these are GENX engines or Trent 1000 engines. I'm kind of like taking a guess that these operate with GENX engines. Might be wrong, but maybe it could be operated by this. But yeah, ground clearance looks very nice as well, so great work engine models on that. And here's your main landing gear right there. Moving on to some wing detail as I zoom out of the camera. So here's the wing detail right there. You got various wing details from the cold soaked fuel frost and the slat details and the flap details. You also got some details with the ground spoilers and flight spoilers, as well as the flap track fairings. And then you also got your flaps. And here's the rake wingtip of the plane, looking very nice. And yeah, engine models did a great job on the wing design on molding the wings of the Boeing 787. Moving on to the back area of the plane. Let me zoom in again. So here's the back area of the plane. You got various symbols right here. You got like a t-shirt, a dollar sign, probably some some kind of health logos. You got you got various symbols right here. You got your L3 door as well. And then the livery fades into some form of kind of like a purplish pink color. So kind of like somewhere over here. And then you got, well, it says donate. So you got a donate logo right there, looking very nice. Yeah, very nice detailing right there. And then moving on, well, before that, you also got your bottom antenna and your back antennas as well. And then moving on to the back area of the airplane, you got your L4 door right there. And then you got the aircraft registration, which is November 1015 Bravo. This aircraft now flies for a different registration. I may consider doing a model review out of this model right here. And yeah, I'll also go into further details. I think this airplane now flies for, if I could try to pronounce this airline correctly, Biman Bangladesh Airlines. So yeah, this particular airplane in general now flies for that airline as of late. So yeah, very interesting. And then moving on to the empennage area of the aircraft, you got your 787 APU auxiliary power unit, which NG did a very nice job on replicating right here. And then you also got your horizontal stabilizers right there, looking very nice. And then you got the tail itself with the 787-9 tiles right there, so looking very nice. Well printed, and yeah, looking very, very beautiful right here. And then moving on to the front area of the plane, so you got the front plane, the front view of the aircraft right there. The cockpit windows are very well printed, and then you got your engine fan blade details, which is very fantastic. I do like on how they can be seen through. And then of course you got your middle section of, well, the middle point of the airplane turbofans. And yeah, very interesting right there. And then moving on to the starboard section of the aircraft, of course you got your R doors, and then you got your storage compartment. This is the forward cargo bin right there. And then moving on to the back area. I'm not sure if you can hardly see the aft cargo bin, but if I can try to look at it, the aft cargo bin should be right there, and possibly there can also be a storage compartment or a bulk compartment somewhere over there. Moving on to a top view of the aircraft, so let me just position her. So here's the top view of the aircraft, looking very nice. You got your details from the beacon lights and all that. And yeah, very nice details right there. Moving on to the bottom section. Very nice bottom section of the aircraft. Of course, you got your stand hole and your bottom beacon light. And then you also got, not sure if you can see the main landing gear details, the doors right there, but you can also see the nose landing gear somewhere over there. I do like on how the air intakes and possibly the air outlets are molded into the model, which is very nice right there. Moving on to the front section of the plane. So here is the front section of the plane. Not sure, yeah, it looks better because at first glance I saw there's one wing that's kind of just standing up a bit upwards. Not sure if you're seeing that on camera, but technically there isn't any wing flex on this model. And then moving on to the back section of the aircraft, there it is right there. So very nice to have this model. It's very interesting on how this model was technically illegal to produce, but yet again I got a free model. This is basically a free model, so I'm really fortunate to have her. But yeah, very nice model right here, and NG Models did a fantastic job on this beauty right here. Now, before I conclude today's video, I do want to talk about on what makes this model technically illegal. So as you may all know, well, some of you may all know this, but for those who don't know, whenever a model plane is being produced, it goes through some various licensing. So there's two licenses. So two licenses that this model needs to be going need to be made. So one license needs to be from the manufacturers, which in this case, this is Boeing, and the second license needs to be from the owner or airline of the aircraft. So take for example, if you need a license, like if you're gonna make a Southwest Airlines, well, if a Southwest Airlines model is being made or a United Airlines model, then there needs to be like a licensing from Southwest and United Airlines. So technically, when you get those licenses, then you can make the model itself. And for this livery in general, since this livery was made by Boeing, it's not for like a certain airline or anything. This is like a livery Boeing made. So NG Models made this model without any like consent of the Boeing company that they're gonna be making this. So technically, that's the reason why this model is illegal. And another thing to consider about why this model is illegal in some places, you can't really sell this model within the US because like it has to deal with like copyright laws. So China's copyright laws, like since this model is made in China, Chinese copyright laws is rather different. I don't know any like further details, like any too much details on the copyright laws here in China compared to the US, but I think I know that the United States copyright laws is way strict than just like China. I'm not sure if I'm correct on that, or maybe it's like the other way around, or it might be the same. But technically, if you're gonna be selling this model, it's, well, you can, I'm not sure if you can actually sell this model in general, but it's illegal to sell this model without a proper license. So yes. And another thing to consider on what makes this model technically illegal is the fact they put this model inside of a white box. So there's no branding, as I mentioned already. I think JC Wings, no, not JC Wings. Gemini Jets is one of those brands that like produces like white boxes. And another thing to note is when they place this in a white box, it's not really there on their website. So take for example the Her Art Here California and Her Art Here New York from Gemini Jets in 1/400 scale. Those models came in white boxes. So the reason behind this is because like the arts were made by all these like people, so they wanted to like make sure they put this model inside of a white box so the artist doesn't sue Gemini Jets on like stealing their arts or selling their artwork. So technically that's what basically makes this model, well, not really, I'm referring to the Her Art Here. It's not sure if that model is illegal, but yet again, this model in particular is technically illegal. So they didn't notify the Boeing company that they're gonna make this. There was no proper licensing to make this livery. Therefore, it's kind of illegal. You can't sell this model anywhere within the US for a company. But I'm not sure if you can sell this model somewhere in China, but yet again, it is what it is. But yeah, that's kind of like my short description, or like fully like somewhat detailed description on what makes this model technically illegal. To give you like a short summary, NG Models did not notify Boeing about this, that they're going to be making this model, this livery in general, and yeah, without the consent of the Boeing company, and they basically like place it in a white box. Therefore, they don't want to like get copyright stuff, get in trouble with like the US laws, copyright laws and all that. But yeah, you kind of know a little bit much. Citrus Aviation did explain on what this model is, like what makes this model illegal in his video right there. So I'll leave a card so you can check that out. But it's a very well detailed video, and yeah, I think it's kind of like he goes into like further detail on like extra details he added in that video. So yeah, I would highly recommend checking it out. But other than that, it's nice to have this model once again, and it's a very nice model for my Boeing 787 collection, because like I think I remember I had a profile pic of this livery right here back in like 2019, and yeah, it's a very interesting livery overall. So really glad to have a model of this, because like it's a very beautiful livery. So yeah, that's technically it for today's video. So without being said, let's get into the conclusion portion of this video and give you my overall thoughts on this model right here. So without being said, let's get into that. So this model by NG Models looks absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I'm really glad to have this model for free. I may consider ordering more models from NG's exchange model. However, after like 3 months, it takes about 3 months until the next exchange mall opens for NG models. So I still have to wait for I think the last one, maybe it was somewhere around November 2023. So I'm currently recording this on January 2024. So maybe February 2024 or March 2024 is when the next NG exchange mall opens. So once again, you have to wait a couple of months for that, but yeah, that's the reason why I buy NG Mall, so I can get those CRPs, so I can have enough points to buy models from their exchange mall and get them for free. So yeah, it's my first time, so first time experiencing NG's exchange mall. I did try this a couple of times, however, I did try this 2 times. Those didn't end up being successful, but 3 times is a charm. I managed to get this model for free at long last using NG's exchange mall, so I'm really fortunate to have this model in my collection. Well, of course, it is technically illegal, but yet again, this literally does not exist anymore, and this aircraft flies for Biman, Bangladesh. So, not sure if you can call it illegal or something. Yet again, it's in a white box, so not really quite sure. I may consider labeling on what this model is, so I can know what aircraft is it, what plane is this, and therefore I can just place that model inside in case I want to travel. But other than that, it's a nice model. I think I said, I said that already. But I'm looking. Oh yeah, what am I saying? Okay, so what I meant to say is I'm looking forward to hopefully buy another model from NG's exchange mall once that opens. And yeah, I'm eager to see on what the next model is, and I'm looking forward to hopefully get more models from that exchange mall so I can have many of these models for free. And I'm really glad to have this beauty in my collection once again. So great work, NG Models. I just hope you don't do this again, because they did this before with the ANA Star Wars 787-9 from ANA, and they also did this with this model as well. So nowadays, NG Models, how they would deal with copyright is they would just on the CGI images, they would just erase all the logos of any of these brands, so they don't really get in trouble with these other companies. So I like what NG was doing over there, what NG is doing as of late. And yeah, really nice to see, and hopefully NG continues to grow and therefore get more models from the exchange mall so we can get those models for free. So I'm looking forward to hopefully purchasing my next model from the mall soon from NG Models. So yeah, so that is it for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. And if you want to see all my other model playing content, then you can click on my playlist and you can check that out as well. And don't forget to also check out my model plane unboxing playlist as well. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.